Is there something you need to say?
Just like before, just what we talked. Tell me what year you used to live. I also did a little research.
Holy cow.
Can you read what other word is with Nikki?
Is there something?
Hello everybody, this is Tom from Upstate Supernatural. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in for another episode of Spirit Box Weekly. And you can see me in view you can see me in view right here. I'm kind of this over here, the thermal. So you can kind of see me with thermal. Here there are candles that are lit as well. I have a can of something to drink, and then Mountain Dew actually. And then up in this corner right here, we have the HellBox. This is made by AppyDroid, Pugster. And just wanted to test it out and see what kind of results we can get with it. This location that I am in, that I've been in for quite a while, it's 175 years old. And there is no one present here. There are 2 cats that are in the residence, but there's no one present beyond that. So if you hear any voices or you hear anything else, please make a note of that in the chat. Also, anybody that views this afterwards, please put comments below just so that I'm aware of what is being heard or what is being seen. So I'm actually going to go ahead and kind of do some shout outs for everybody that's here. I see Scott Latia, James G, Mary Dallas, Albert, Lucifer Ron. For right now, that's everybody that I have seen pop in. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, for the support, for continuing to watch these shows, and don't forget to check out each other's channels. Anybody that has any channel that they're doing any paranormal activity videos or just videos in general, check them out. Scott is my Paranormal Corner. He's actually the moderator for the channel now, which I can't thank him enough for that. But we ended up basically just figured might be nice having somebody in here just to keep an eye on the chat. I do not ban people. I do not I won't ban people, maybe put people in timeout here and there, but that's neither here nor there. But Scott has an excellent channel. He also has an excellent website. If you haven't checked it out, it's My Paranormal Corner. If you missed our show Thursday, we do live spirit frequencies. It's on YouTube and on liveparanormal.com. And I have the great honor of doing it with Scott and James, and it's growing. It's turning into a very solid, awesome show. And I'd like to thank both those guys personally, publicly, for everything they're doing with it. They do an amazing job. I'm going to go ahead and do a burst session and go from there. Now, during the show that we did last night, the live spirit frequencies, afterwards, when I wasn't recording, Scott and James were able to hear Rebecca. Rebecca, I heard you before I started streaming on this show as well. You have been with me for quite a long time. I'd like to thank you for your presence. I'd like to thank you for, in essence, being like a guardian. You are welcome to try to communicate or speak. I do have a voice recorder. We have the great honor of having Papa Nana in here. Papa is an awesome individual and has an excellent channel. Actually, everybody that's in here is awesome. But Doppelganger, thanks for being in here as well. Kudos to you. Pair of freaks. And Rebecca, you've been around me quite a long time. These shows, if I'm able to, maybe I can help others learn how to communicate better with individuals like you, with individuals that perhaps have passed, perhaps do not know that they have passed, or are just lost. I'm going to turn this off in 5, 4, 3. Alright, this could be extremely loud, and I wanted to let everybody know that in the past, I'm trying to get it so you guys aren't blowing your ears out. So if you are wearing headphones, be very conscious that this could get extremely loud, and I don't want to blow your eardrums. But I am going to go ahead and play this back real quick. Harry, thanks for being in here. And Casey, thanks for being in here. Winter Sky, thanks for being in here as well.
Now, during the show that we did last night, the live spirit frequencies, afterwards, when I wasn't recording, Scott and James were able to hear Rebecca. Rebecca, I heard you before I started streaming on this show as well. You've been with me for quite a long time. I'd like to thank you for your presence. I'd like to thank you for, in essence, being like a guardian. You are welcome to try to communicate or speak. I do have a voice recorder. We have the great honor of having Papa Nana in here. Papa is an awesome individual and has an excellent channel. Actually, everybody that's in here is awesome. But Doppelganger, thanks for being in here as well. Kudos to you. Pair of freaks. And Rebecca, you've been around me quite a long time. These shows, if I'm able to, maybe I can help others learn how to communicate better with individuals like you, with individuals that perhaps have passed, perhaps do not know that they have passed, or are just lost. I'm going to turn this off in 5, 4, 3.
I heard maybe 1 or 2 anomalies in the very beginning of the burst session, but that was about it. Rebecca, I'm not recording. The video is, and the audio of this microphone is as well. But are you nervous of trying to communicate publicly or through a live atmosphere? There are numerous individuals that are curious of what happens after we die. And I mean, that's what I've been very focused with, trying to answer that question, trying to help individuals find that truth. and I can faintly hear you. I'm going to try to utilize this device, the HellBox. And I apologize, I wanted to focus with the HeavenBox, but I only have it on my Android phone, which we're using for the thermal. So I'm going to try this HellBox. If you can try to communicate while it's on, try to utilize the audio of the HellBox to try to speak with us. It would help us understand if this device works, if this device is useful for trying to communicate with. Just for verification, can you say your name, Rebecca? And Emily, the little girl that's been with me as well. Are you doing okay, sweetie? Does this device help you try to communicate? A question I don't know if I've ever asked is there a book or a piece of literature that you deeply enjoyed reading or having shared with you? My personal favorite book is actually Count of Monte Cristo. Did you ever get the chance of reading that? Or Dante's Inferno. If there's any other spirits that are around that would like to try to communicate, you're more than welcome to. I come in peace. I mean no offense to you. I'd like you to feel welcome and know that there are individuals that still care about who you are and who you were. Now, spirits and communication, I don't ever get in the nit and gritty Is there certain individuals that you don't like to communicate with? How soon should we, after you pass, how soon should we try to communicate with you? We've gotten an answer before. I'm curious if it's the same answer. How many spirits are around each of us every day? Are they our loved ones? Are we able to communicate with individuals that have possibly gone into heaven? How do you feel about religion? What is religion to you? Were you faithful when you were in this realm, in this dimension? And who are the ancient ones? Are there ancient ones that are stronger, that are that have more power? And any questions anybody has, if you'd like to type those in the chat, I can see the chat as I'm doing this. I'd be happy to answer, or not answer, but I'd be happy to ask any of the questions that you guys may have. Now, is there a certain, do you need to eat? Is there a certain form of energy that you need to have to sustain yourself? Within communication during investigations that I've done, water has always been something that has seemed to provide clear EVPs. Why would that be? Why would water cause clear EVPs? And there are individuals that are asking questions in the chat. One of the questions is Bonnie Kennedy the person knocking at Heaven's house? Do you remember what type of car? Remember what type of car you drove? Trying to get that to just have a slight echo for everybody. Let me tune that down just a tad right there. What is your fondest memory? What is... In a day, in one day, which for us is 24 hours, is time an issue for you? For instance, how long has it felt since I began talking tonight? How long has it felt for you? It's been 32 minutes that I have talked. Are there individuals that are truly close to communicating with you clear? If so, who are they? Do devices such as this, do they happen to make it more difficult to communicate, or do they help you find words to say? The thermal is it's a Seek thermal. You can pick them up on Amazon or even on their website. I found a difference in price before, cheaper on their website than I'm gonna turn this off for a second. The Seek thermal, I did find it. I believe I ordered it right through their website. I found it cheaper on their website than on Amazon, and then I've seen it the other way, where it's cheaper on Amazon than on their website. But the Seek thermal, this is the lowest version that you could get. The higher tier, I believe it was the XR. I actually looked at the differences for clarity and everything else, and it wasn't much of a difference. I was supposed to zoom in a little bit more, but there really wasn't too high of a difference for the like $150 difference. They also have a standalone that they just came out with, but it's really expensive. FLIR does have a similar one, so I mean you can try that out. The Seek works. You can get an Android version or the iPhone version. Same with the FLIR. You can get an Android or iPhone. And I'd like to welcome Whitney within the stream, Bloody Mary. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. If I'm missing anybody, please let me know. If you have questions that you would like me to ask during the show, or things to improve on with the shows, please let me know, either in the chat or in the comments below. I would like to try to get these shows to be the best that they can be for everybody that's trying to view, anybody that's trying to learn how to use these devices or how they work and so forth. Now I can kind of feel that someone is present. I believe you're to my left. If you're able to, could you say yes as slow and as loud as you can? The HellBox, when I downloaded this on the Android tablet, it did not give me the accessibility for the HellBox, but I have used it. It's on my phone actually, which I'm using for the thermal. It's a lot more peaceful with some of the audio coming out. Now, Rebecca, are you okay to talk? Would you be willing to try to communicate? I don't know, either my eyes. Wow. Okay. Rebecca, were you just here coming across? Or did my eyes just play tricks on me? You are fine to be near me. You are fine to be next to me. I truly do not mean you any harm whatsoever. And if I am harming you, please let me know. I'm going to give everybody a secret. And by doing so, I'm going to be asking this of the spirits as well, that may be present. With the research that I've been doing, as I'm trying to build spirit boxes, as I'm using spirit boxes, I am in the process of trying to build a personal spirit box for a friend and a personal one for myself and a few other individuals. Spirits within communication. Am I right in the essence that to truly hear you, to understand you, we need to slow down what we're hearing? Because sometimes I almost think it's our brains can't comprehend what you're saying. And if you're able to, I believe the key is speaking into the speaker, which the speaker is below this table right here. Should I put it on the table? Should I put it in view for you to see it so you don't have to look down? Rebecca, I can faintly hear you. I'm going to turn this off one more time. I'm going to do a burst session again. the thoughts that I have within the field, I've held on to them. There are a lot of individuals that I regrettably have seen take advantage of individuals within the field. Personally, I've had it done to me. There was a store that I purchased video equipment from that, it was like a $40 camera from China, and they modified it, and I know how to modify them now. It took them 10 minutes, and they charged like almost, what was it, $200 for a $40 camera, 10 minutes of work. So it has pushed me in an aspect to try to counter that, and in time I'd like to open up a store myself where I'm not outrageously charging people for builds and everything else. The GeoBox people, a lot of individuals know that I repaired it for Jason. Some individuals have even said that being a prototype, it's understandable with how it was, but as a person working on equipment, working on different electronics and things like that, it was a disgrace. And the reason I fixed it for him, I never charged him a dime or a penny or whatever you'd like to say. The only thing I said was just say, Ghost Hunter Tech had fixed it. Because really, it was a disgrace to the field. I know how much he got it for. I know how much the guy was selling him for. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Individuals can agree, can disagree. That being a prototype, it gives grounds for something to be not put together properly. But I disagree. I think any prototype should be the best it could be so that people can truly test it. And then from that, you make minor adjustments, not major ones. But that's just my philosophy of it. But anyway, I went on a little rant. Rebecca. We're trying to communicate with you. How loud do you have to talk for us to hear you? Are you shouting at the top of your lungs? Is there an energy that can give you more power to communicate? Is there an energy around us, around what we use within our everyday life that prevents you from being able to communicate? And if you could, just for verification, Rebecca, if you are present, if you are able to hear me, you are able to communicate, can you please tell me what today's day is? What today is? I'm going to count to 5 and turn this off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This again could be kind of loud on you guys. I'm not sure if it was earlier. If it is, please let me know within the chat as well. I don't want to blast your ears out. If you are wearing headphones, just want to acknowledge that this could be loud.
Rebecca. Rebecca.
I hear a hi.
Rebecca.
Yeah, I hear a hi, Dominic.
We're trying to communicate with you. How loud do you have to talk for us to hear you? Are you shouting at the top of your lungs? Is there an energy that can give you more power to communicate? Is there an energy around us, around what we use within our everyday life that prevents you from being able to communicate? And if you could, just for verification, Rebecca, if you are present, if you are able to hear me, you are able to communicate, can you please tell me what today's day is? What today is?
Oh.
I'm going to count. Rebecca.
Oh, did I rewind that all the way? Sure did. Go all the way back.
Round. You are present. If you are able to hear me, you are able to communicate. Can you please tell me what today's day is? What today is?
Right there. It's
I'm going to count.
extremely faint.
I'm going to count to 5 and turn this off to 5. I'm going to count to 5 and turn this off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I believe I heard it's Friday. Rebecca, I'd like to thank you for that communication to verify that you are here. Yeah, I definitely heard. I heard a day. So I mean, it could be Tuesday. Rebecca, how close are you to me? I believe I heard you say I'm right here with you. Rebecca, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this device back on. And if you would like to try to communicate, there are individuals that are watching this live. They'd be happy to try to listen to you, try to hear what you have to say. I kind of feel that you're okay talking to me, but again, if you'd like to, you're welcome to sit right here. You're welcome to sit right where I am. And you're welcome to try to read what they're typing and maybe answer what they have to ask. I will leave you alone in this atmosphere. Rebecca, I believe, is a spirit. Kelly, a long time ago, actually, acknowledged. And I've captured her name in EVPs. I've heard her out loud numerous times. But I'm going to leave this area. And Joan, thanks for being in here with us as well. Feel free to try to communicate, whether it's Emily, Rebecca, any individual spirit that may be here. William, if you're here, feel free to try to communicate. None of us mean you harm. As far as I am aware, people that are watching this, none of you are meaning any spirit's harm. And we're all just trying to learn and trying to understand who you are and why you are where you are. So Rebecca, I can feel your vibration again. Feel free to sit down and try to chat. I'm gonna do something a little weird. If Emily is here, I think she's short. I think she's a small little girl. So I'm gonna move this mic right here, and that's facing down. Voice recorder. And let's see if Emily can talk or Rebecca could talk. I am back in the room. What was that? Now, there was nobody here whatsoever. I'm not sure how well this camera's gonna... It's not gonna rotate. I'm gonna leave it as it is, but oh, thanks, Butterfly, for being in here. It's great to see you. And love, peace. How are you doing this evening? Are you comfortable? Are you... I have a teaser question I'm gonna ask, and only Rebecca could know the answer to this. I haven't told too many people this actually. Rebecca, who gave me this? I'm not going to give the name. But there's one other thing, and nobody knows this, and I'm going to share this actually apparently with the whole world. But every night before I go to sleep, what do I do with this? Alright, without the spirit box on, doing a burst session, I'm gonna ask the same question. Just out of curiosity. I know she's around, I'm just not sure how often. Rebecca, if you're here, if you're around, every night I take off my glasses, I take this off, and what do I do with this? Every night. I'm going to go ahead and play this back.
Rebecca, if you're here, if you're around, every night I take off my glasses, I take this off, and what do I do with this? Every night.
Let's try it again.
Rebecca, if you're here, if you're around, every night I take off my glasses, I take this off, and what do I do with this? Every night.
Okay then. Yes, the chat is correct with what LP said, and if you listen very close, it says the same thing. So that was a piece of the pie, piece of the puzzle. Not a lot of people knew. But we all have our rituals. We all have our things that we do. And the spirits around us know. So my parting words to everybody is, if our loved ones are around us, we need to be conscious of what we're doing, what we're saying, and how we are. Because they can see it and they can hear it. And I can't tell you who gave me this. I'm sorry. just can't do it. They know who they are, and they'll never see this, and I'm sure of that. But nonetheless, we need to be conscious of what we say, what we do. All of us, especially if they're around us. My grandmother was the world to me. She was the greatest woman that ever could have been. She had the most beautiful heart in the world, and I would never want to disgrace her, never want to have her see me do something asinine. And I'm sure I have. I'm sure all of us have, but after knowing the truth, we need to be conscious of what we're doing. We need to be better than we are. So with that, if the voices in the dark are talking, we gotta listen. We gotta hear what they're trying to say. And sometimes it's just there to help us. And some of us, maybe we're just crazy. But everybody have a beautiful weekend, and I hope it was a good show. Hope it was a good session. Have a beautiful night. And Rebecca, thank you.